Hey, it's Nathan Selove from Oakcroft Films with another edition of Autism Actually Speaking. Today is going to be a rather complex issue. The Lighting Up Blue campaign. In honor of Autism Awareness Month, many businesses, homes, and public buildings have been lighting up blue to show their support for the autism community. Now, I'd like to start out by just giving credit where it's due. The first step of any social movement is spreading awareness of the mere existence. And in this regard, Lighting Up Blue has been very successful. It is clear to me that if you are participating in the Lighting Up Blue campaign, that you have noble intentions. You want to help autistics to achieve their goals. And you want to spread awareness for the autism community. And for this fact, I do thank you. And if you are a person who wants to be an ally for our community, then I would like to help you understand us. Now, to many of you outside the autism community, the prospect of advocating for a cure may seem like a noble cause. Autism is classified as a disorder, and there are many struggles that we go through because of it. However, it might surprise you to know that many autistics, particularly adults on the spectrum, have not only accepted their condition, but they've come to celebrate it and embrace it as part of their identity. This is because the autistic brain is able to reallocate parts that would normally be used for social cues and apply them to give us advantages in other areas. It's not disability. In many ways, it's just different. This is why many autistics get very irritated with the push for a cure, because we don't see ourselves as diseased. Now, I have met a few autistics that disagree with me on this, but I feel like they're victims of a society that devalues their identity so much that they feel like it's their best option. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't research autism. I'm not even saying that we shouldn't treat autism. There are many negative effects of it. For example, oversensitive sensory receptors. I myself use a service dog to treat exactly that. However, to completely cure autism would be to destroy who I am, to basically get rid of my identity. Which brings us back to the Lighting Up Blue campaign. This campaign was originally started as a way for people to show support for Autism Speaks during Autism Awareness Month. Autism Speaks is the largest autism advocacy organization in the United States, generating over $60 million in revenue. However, unfortunately, this organization does not represent autistic people. This organization has been pushing for curist rhetoric since it was originally founded in 2005. And this is only one of the many flaws that this organization has. Many people who donate to Autism Speaks thinks that they're donating to help families who have been affected by autism. And this is a noble intention. However, only 4% of their annual budget actually goes towards family services. And none of that goes towards helping adults on the spectrum with things like integration, employment, and housing. They also misrepresent autism by showing fear-mongering videos of children having horrendous, uncontrollable meltdowns. This causes people to primarily think of that when they think of autism. And I'm not saying that that isn't a part of autism. I used to be like that when I was a kid, and sometimes I still have meltdowns like that. However, this is only cherry-picking a small part of autism. One of these videos actually had a mother who said that she wanted to kill herself and her daughter when she found out that her daughter had autism, and that the only reason she didn't was because she had another daughter at home who did not have autism. And she said this all with the autistic daughter sitting on her lap. The woman was Allison Singer, the former vice president of Autism Speaks. In 2014, there was a bill going through Congress called the Autism Cares Act. Now, the purpose of this bill was to expand services to people on the autism spectrum in areas such as education. According to the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, there were a few provisions that were proposed to be in this bill. These provisions included expanding self-advocate representation in research, reallocating funding from research to services and adult issues, and requiring the LEND programs to at least attempt to hire people on the spectrum as trainees. However, none of these provisions actually made it into the bill, because Autism Speaks actively lobbied to keep them out. They actively lobbied to deny autistics the opportunity to have a voice in their own movement. Autism Speaks doesn't have a single autistic on their board of directors, and they do not speak for us. Now, if you have participated in the Light Up Blue campaign now or in the past, I don't want you to feel like I'm accusing you of being part of the problem. Spreading awareness of our existence is the first step. And if you would like to take the next step, you can be part of the solution. First, move beyond just awareness and towards acceptance. Progress will continue when we get to the point where we celebrate the unique perspective that autistics bring to the world. So don't just call it Autism Awareness Month. Call it Autism Acceptance Month. Next, if you want to support an organization in order to help the autism community, make sure that they actually represent our voice. Two good organizations are the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network or the Autism Women's Network. Another thing you can do is actually talk to us. We do have a lot to say, and we can speak for ourselves. Even nonverbal autistics have ways of communicating. Don't treat them like they don't have an opinion. One thing that many autistics have been doing instead of lighting up blue for Autism Acceptance Month is a Red Instead campaign in order to push the message that is the motto of the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. Nothing about us without us. I cannot emphasize enough how appreciative I am to people who want to be involved in autism advocacy. We need allies. And with your help, we can allow autistics to actually speak. If you have any questions or topics you'd like addressed, please leave them in the comments below, or message me on my Facebook, also linked below. And remember, if the biggest fight you've ever had with your girlfriend was over a couch that you refused to ever get rid of, you might be autistic.